We are trending today with our top that trade players. We have Alan Knuckman, the chief market strategist at bullseyeoption.com, and Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor. Round number one, guys, Meta moves. Meta had a big earnings miss this year. Plus, the company is now selling real estate in the metaverse, and Mark Zuckerberg wants to call everybody a meta. So what do you think? Is it time to buy in?
Well, looking at Facebook, it missed because it was just under 3 billion users. I'm not good with math, but that's almost half of the planet. So, they had a 50% drop from the top. After that, at some point, I think there's some value. Facebook's not going away. The PE ratio is 16, so it's a super discounted stock compared to the rest of tech. When it comes to picking real estate in the metaverse, that's crazy. People are making money at it. I just don't know exactly how it works. I know my daughter plays Minecraft. It's kind of the same thing. You build your own worlds, but there's money to be made, I guess.
Yeah, Facebook is going away. It's called Meta now. It's gone. So it's gone. But yeah, the metaverse is the newest thing. And the question is, Facebook believes they can monetize these worlds, and apparently in these worlds, real estate, like in the real world, matter where you're at, where you're at. And the key thing is, how do you monetize it? So I could envision in the future, you buy a key piece of property, you put up a big ad program, you might be able to build a store in the metaverse where you could actually sell stuff and get paid. You could definitely interpret some types of cryptocurrencies into these worlds. You could pay for goods and services, and of course, non-fungible tokens could be sell in these worlds. So I guess it's a crazy world. I don't know what color the sky is in that world, but we're going to find out.
You're baffling me, Phil. You had just become our resident futurist. That's it.
That's it.
Round number two, Fed Mania. People are obsessing over how many hikes the Fed will make this year. But is it worth your time and money to even make these predictions?
Does it matter? It's nice to know ahead of time, but no, I don't think the number is necessarily correct, because some of them might be 1 basis point, some could be a half, but there's been no doubt about it. The markets have been enamored with Fed data. Fed chairman, not Fed chairman, but Fed governor James Bullard, shook up the entire universe because, he said, hey, with these hot inflation numbers, the Fed may have to act 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and just panic the market. And it's funny, the market had saw the inflation data and it didn't react. So sometimes I think these Fed governors create more fear than they need in the desire to be more transparent. And I think sometimes less transparency can be a good thing. And so, no, I don't think it's important to know the exact number.
Exactly, Phil. Now, there's a big difference between short-term rates and long-term rates. And the market's forecasting we're going to get to 2% in short-term rates. It may be herky-jerky on how we get there, but it tops out at the end of 2023. And then there's no rate hikes. The only thing the Fed can control are short-term. There's no short-term rate hikes all the way out to 2030.
Round number three, Trendy Investments. NFTs, Bitcoin, and SPACs are all trendy investments, but what's your fave for the future?
Listen, we're talking about is financial innovation. It's stuff that's happened since the beginning of time. We don't trade cows anymore. We for services. We don't trade chickens.
You do.
Maybe we should go back to that.
I know you trade cows. That's a lie. You trade cows today.
Cattle futures, not as many cows. I guess cattle futures, but I guess they do. All right, but not for services. Let me tell you that. Never for services. But at the end of the day, listen, financial innovation is coming. I think cryptocurrency is here. Even the Federal Reserve put out a paper just recently saying, hey, guys, we think the United States should start looking into converting the U.S. dollar into a cryptocurrency or a digital currency. So they obviously we're not there yet, but they think it's coming. And other countries are doing the same thing. It's called innovation. It's called change. And I think that the crypto and the SPAC space is a good sign of the economy evolving.
We also left out NFTs. I actually drove by the first NFT store here in Chicago the other day. I was going to stop in, but I didn't want to confuse myself. So I'm a trader. I'll buy and sell anything that I can control my risk on. and look to profit from. So it doesn't matter what it is. But the New York Stock Exchange has gotten back into this. They've got something that they launched, their cryptocurrency. BKKT is 80% off its highs when they had a SPAC back in November. JP Morgan just set up a whole new virtual place in the metaverse. So things are changing, like Phil said, the future is here. But the key is risk control. How can you control your risk? Otherwise, a lot of this is a gamble. Not to say there's not going to be a ton of money made, but is it a gamble or is it an investment?
Here's your bonus round question for today. Will it be Taylor Swift or Snoop Dogg trying to create an NFT record label?
Snoop Dogg. I'm going with Snoop.
Of course, it's going to be Snoop, I think, but I'm using psychology. I think Angie's trying to trick us, Phil, because it seems obvious. I have to go with I'm not a Swiftie, but I'll have to go with Taylor.
Snoop Dogg is in the house trying to create that first NFT record label. Great job, Phil. Thank you, guys. Business First AM continues right after this. Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.